Yeah. Let's just wait for a minute, about another 20 seconds for people to join in, and then we can start. Okay. Astu prarambham karishyamah. Let me start recording this. Shri Gurubhyo Namah. Harihi Om. Om Shuklambaradharam Vishnum Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadhanam Dhyayeet Sarva Vignopashantaye Durbhayukta Chaturbhaspatikamanimayim Makshamalam Dadana Haste Naikena Padmam Sitam Api Shukam Pustakam Chaparena Bhasha Kundendu Shankhas Patikamani Vibha Bhasamana Samana Same Vagdevateyam Nivasatu Vadane Sarvada Suprasanna कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविताशाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकिकोकिलं वाल्मीकेर्मुनिसिंहस्य कवितावनचारिणः शृण्वन् रामकथानादं को न याति परां गतिम् गोष्पदीकृतवाराशिं मशकीकृतराक्षसं रामायणमहामाला रत्नं वन्दे नीलात्मजम् यत्र यत्र रघुनाथकीर्तनं तत्र तत्र कृतमस्तकाञ्जलिं बाष्पवारि परिपूर्णलोचनं मारुतिं नमत राक्षसान्तकं वैदेही सहितं सुरद्रुमतले हैमे महामण्टपे मध्ये पुष्पकमासने मणिमये वीरासने संस्थितम् अग्रे वाचेति प्रभञ्जनसुते तत्त्वं मुनिभ्यः परम् व्याख्यान्तं भरतादिभिः परिवृतं रामं भजे श्यामलं नमोऽस्तु रामाय सलक्ष्मणाय देव्यै च तस्यै जनकात्मजायै नमोऽस्तु रुद्रेन्द्रयमानिलेभ्यः नमोऽस्तु चन्द्रार्कमरुद्गणेभ्यः हरिः ओम् श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ओम् सर्वेभ्यः सुस्वागतम् गतसप्ताहे एकवारं रामायणं किम् इति दृष्टवन्तः रामायणस्य सर्वं विविधानि धर्मसूक्ष्माः इति स्थूलरूपेण किञ्चित् परिचयं ज्ञातवन्तः वयम् अद्यापि एकवारं किञ्चित् पुनरावर्तनं कृत्वा अग्रे शतश्लोकी पाठं प्रारम्भं करिष्यामः अद्य अस्तु वा प्रथमतः I just spoke about this. If you have any doubts about this, please ask. I'm assuming these are all straightforward things which pretty much everybody understands and knows. So I don't need to spend too much time on this. Is there any? I don't think this is just to give a summary of what is it that a student going to a Gurukula would have learned in the general course of things. This is what was happening about 150 years ago. Every student would go to a Gurukula, learn this. About 200 years ago, until the Macaulay education started, this is what was learned, and this is how people lived their lives. And to say that, you know, you can't live a life with it, I think it will be a little too much to taking away credit from our ancestors who lived for probably hundreds of thousands of years just doing this much. Or rather, doing this much. Probably we are not doing this much at all at this point in time. We are nowhere near that. Right? So, yeah, so we can discuss this in detail on some other day. For now, we'll not get there. And this is where I said, you know, Ramayana and Mahabharata come in. So Ramayana and Mahabharata form a part of the Itihasa. That is the part of, the so-called history. History is a little too time-centric from the way we are taught today. For us, from our perspective, Itihasa means Iti Asit. It was so. So it was. It was something that was there. So that's where it comes as Purva Charita Pratipadaka Grantaha. That is a Marga Darshaka Grantha, which so happened. Somebody who was so worthy of leading a life, his story has been documented well. That is what this is. And it gives a very deep, detailed understanding of Dharmartha Kama Moksha. That is all the four Purusharthas. That is what we get to know. So these are very important things for us, and everybody was expected to learn Ramayana and Mahabharata. So what is Ramayanam? I spoke about this. Ramasya Ayanam. The journey of Ramayana. Why it is so, I'll just speak in the next slide. One part is that Ayanam. And as I spoke, here is a transformational journey. It is not just a journey. It is not like somebody was loitering around on the streets and then you wrote up something. No, it was a transformational journey. The key thing here is he was born as Dashratha's son. Yes, he is a Vishnu's, Mahavishnu's Swarupa who's come here, Avatara Purusha. But in spite of that, he had to prove his worth in where he was there on this land to claim that throne. And if you look at each of the lineage from Ikshvaku till Rama, you'll find out that they were all, nobody was less. You started with Ikshvaku, you had Kakusta, you had Dilipa, you had Nahusha, you had Raghu. That's why it's called the Raghukula also, Raghuvamsha. Then you had Bhagiratha, who brought Ganga to this planet. All such people, each of them can have a story of their own. And if you are born in that sort of a lineage, you are actually, basically you are born with a silver spoon in mouth, essentially. In spite of that, he had to prove his worth by transforming himself from just Sri Rama to Maryada Purushottama Sri Rama. Dashratha's son. He was born as Dashratha's son. When he was anointed the king, he was still a very Dashratha's son, first stage. After that, he was sent into the forest and all those things. That's what transformed him to the Maryada Purushottama. Even before that, he went to the forest. We'll talk about that in a minute. Okay. So that is the journey. That is the Ayanam which we are talking about. Okay. So if you look at it, some key messages that come through this, there are, okay, before that, let me go to this. Yeah, there are about 7 kanda. There are 7 kandas, which is Balakanda, Ayodhya Kanda, Aranya Kanda, Kishkinda Kanda, Sundara Kanda, Yuddha Kanda, and Uttara Kanda. Okay, lot of things are said about various things, and there are enough stories about, it's only up to Yuddha Kanda, Uttara Kanda is not there. I'm not getting into all those things. It is there, it is there, it is as is there. We accept things as they are. Simple. Now the interesting fact is, if you look at this comprises about 645 sargas. Correct? You leave out Uttarakanda for a minute. Up to Yuddha Kanda, it's about, if you look at this, it is about 534 sargas. Give or take a few sargas depending on the book you are referring to, whether it's Gita Press or this NR Colony book, whatever it is, 1 or 2 sargas here and there, that will happen in 500 and this much, it will be there. Okay. Total of this is 24,000 shlokas. Out of this, if you leave out Uttarakhanda, it will be about 20 odd shlokas, 20,000 shlokas. Okay. Now, the interesting part is, from Balakanda, in the Balakanda, in about Rama, the story starts with something, we'll talk about that. In the 15th Sarga, I think Rama is born. Okay. There is no story of what happens for 15 years, 16 years, Rama enjoyed this, Rama did that, no, nothing like that. Bhagavata is a different part. Bhagavata, you have Krishna's full story coming, what he did as a 2-year-old child, what he did as a 3-days-old child, etc., etc. Here, nothing like that happens. 15th Sarga, Rama is born. 16th Sarga is already 16 years plus, with all the education and everything done. Vishwamitra is already on the stage to say, I am going to take Rama away. And there's a conversation, 1 or 2 sargas here and there, they talk. And for the next remaining 50 odd sargas, okay, a vast majority Rama spends in the forest, listening to various stories that Vishwamitra narrates, various things. They keep moving, and it's a huge learning journey for Rama. That's his real education. That one place where it happens. From there, the story moves to they moving to Mithila and Swayamvara of Sita Mata happening there. That is where Balakanda ends, with them coming back to Ayodhya. Okay. So that is about 15, 16 sargas, where first 15 sargas where Rama is not even in the picture. 16 sargas started moving, and that's the whole, it's a whole journey. That's one part of the journey. Ayodhya Kanda. This is where about 119 sargas are there. In this also, up to the first 10-15 sargas, it is only about the Swayamvara. Then Bharata has to be taken. Bharata's uncle is there, so he takes him to Kaikeya and all those things. Then from the 11th sarga onward, somewhere who should be the next king? Who should follow Dasharatha is the question that Dasharatha also has in mind. There's a long conversation between Dasharatha and all his Vasishtha and other ministers. He is very much asking them what to do next. And that is about 25, up to about 25 sargas it comes. 26 sarga, about 26, 27 sarga, that is where Rama is informed. First, Rama is appointed the king in the 20th sarga somewhere. 25th sarga is told he is not the king anymore. Overnight. It's 3 hours. Roughly, he gets about 3 hours to leave the kingdom. He's actually enjoying the previous night with Sita, saying, tomorrow I'll be the king, very happy, and next it's like 3 hours down the lane, he has to just wear something and go out. Okay. From that point till Yuddha Kanda, about 110th sarga, I think, is when he returns back to Chitrakuta. He is continuously on a journey in the forest. So this Ayanam becomes that sort of an Ayanam, where the whole story is around his movement to begin with. So roughly, if you take these 20,000 shlokas, in these 20,000 shlokas, the first, if you leave out the first part and the last and some 30 odd sargas here, roughly about 485 sargas is all about Rama in the forest or moving somewhere. Mostly in the forest, because it's even when Vishwamitra comes, he takes him away to show him teach him the Tatakavada and then Maricha and then Indra giving him all the Vajrayuda, all those things. So those things happen. So given that is where it becomes Ramayanam. That is where Ramasya Ayanam, the motion. Everything is so deep. Okay. So now let's go back to some important aspects. What is it that is critical for us to take from here? If you're really interested, you should go through. Balakanda is all about the hardships of life. He goes to the forest, he has to live in a small kutira, small place, nothing. You have to sleep on the floor, do everything. It's virtually the hardship of life as a child should be taught. That's something that critically comes out through this Balakanda. And the realities of life, the struggles that you need to go through, because by now he knew all the theory that he had to learn from Vasishtha Maharshi. Vishwamitra taking him to the forest and putting it in practice was what made him a real leader, the way he had to be. This ends with the Swayamvara with Sita. Okay. Then Ayodhya Kanda is that life is topsy-turvy, roller coaster ride. You better get used to it. There is no other better way to describe it. It's something that every individual, unfortunately, we teach everybody today that, only good things must happen to you. You should strive only for good things. We never prepared anybody for failures. That's the biggest challenge with this modern kind of system that we have developed over a period of time. So that is what Ayodhya Kanda is all about. Aranya Kanda is about dharma. He finishes off about 14,000 Rakshasas in one go. All alone, he just does that. So that is how you need to protect dharma. In fact, Sita Mata tells him, You are in a forest. You are not somebody there. She uses the word "kya paye na to suchaye." I am reminding you. I am not just telling you. I am reminding you what you are. So better. So you should not transcend your path. So he conveniently, he very quietly tells her. She is also a very dharmagya, by the way. So he tells her, no, that is not true. Wherever I am a kshatriya. It is my duty to protect, and I need to do that. So that is what Aranyakanda is all about. Then Kishkinda Kanda is all about pain, living through, because by then Sita Mata is already Aparana Bhavat. So he has to live through a lot of problems, and that's where he meets Hanumanta and Vali Vada, Sugriva, becoming a friend, the kind of friendship that they go through, etc. Sundarakanda is about character of Sita, nothing more. How a woman should respond in a given situation. At one point, it becomes very clear. In fact, at one point, Valmiki describes her as Kadali Lataa. She's as slender as that banana tree or plant or whatever you want to call it. But the way she reacts to Ravana speaking to her is something that is to be read by everyone. And in fact, to the extent that Hanumanta finds her and he says, why don't we just get away from here? It has got nothing, it's like coming and saying, I have a taxi waiting out there. Come, let's go. She says, no, I won't. Flatly refuses. Rama has to come, I'll come only then. That is what will be a good this one. Yuddha Kanda is about Dharma, and it's about how valor. All this is the key message in this. Okay. So this we saw. Okay. Before we get to Sangshepa Ramayana, I want to, any questions or anything, any doubts or any thoughts that people want to share before we start off on Sangshepa Ramayana? Yes, Jaita Mode, yes.
I was just thinking, sir, that they were talking about Sita in the Sundarakanda and about her character, how it shows. It just reminded me. I had read somewhere by a Western author who had a very famous Western author. I've forgotten the name again. So he was an Indologist who wrote a lot. I just can't remember. Ananda something. So he was like half, I think, half. There he had some Indian ancestry. So what he had said was like basically that Indian women, the character that Sita, that is like the idealized character of an Indian woman. And I felt very annoyed when I read that because honestly, the character of Sita, I was not ever very attracted to before. Like Draupadi is much more of a firebrand and all of the things that she says and does. I mean, that's a real modern woman, I used to feel. But I think Sita's character is something which is like patience and, those very, very, they'll require a level of maturity in life, which only comes with time, I think. But it is definitely very, no description. Obviously, she is a avatara as well, but very much a beautiful character.
Okay, good point. I have been glad you brought it up. I want to clarify 3 points, very important points here before we jump in. So, there are often whenever we start any discussion on Ramayana, the very first thing that comes is how can you say that Rama was Ramo Vigrahavan Dharma? That is the character associated with Rama. Okay. So, first and foremost thing, if you read Ramayana, it is what is called a normative text. I don't know how many of you understand. I'm using a little bit of statistical terms here, so pardon me for it. You have a term called normative and you have what is called descriptive. Okay. Now, normative, as Jaita Mahodaya rightly said, is an idealized version of life. Okay. So, Ramayana is a normative text in the sense that is the ideal way anybody will do things. Okay. Take the case of Rama. Let's come to Sita in a minute. But even before we go to Sita, take the case of Rama. He goes through a lot of emotional topsy-turvy right? And it is, mind you, unlike Krishna, where he was a Purna Avatara, he knew he was Mahavishnu himself. In fact, he himself says, I am Mahavishnu. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyutthanam adharmasya tadatmanam srijamyaham aham srijami is what he says. Rama never makes any such change. Rama is a human being. Very simple human being living on planet Earth with lot of valor, all those things that we will see. Okay. So, how an ideal man should behave is what is depicted in Ramayana. Okay. So, in the sense that the key message in all this is your emotion should never shroud your judgmental value or your principles. Correct? That is something that we all strive for perfection. But often we never tend to follow it. Correct? Rama is exemplified by that. Never in his entire Ramayana will you find his emotions shroud. He is very emotional. The moment he is thrown out of the kingdom, he says, okay, fine. He tells his father, okay, fine, I'll leave, everything comes out. The moment he goes to Kaushalya, the moment he goes to Sita, he starts crying. He is like crying to an extent where it is, you think, okay, is this the kind of vilapa you need to have? Lakshmana even tells that, why don't we fight it out? Why don't we just say, to hell with all this, let's fight it out. We take over the kingdom and, quote unquote, coup. Why don't we raise a coup overnight? He says, no, that is not dharma. That judgment at that point when he is in such a vilapa is what is very important. Right? Now, that is possible for an avatara purusha only. That is the mahima. That is the mahima there. That is a normative thing. Let's move to the same thing is described in a very descriptive way. What happens when you and I, common people, try to lead that life of dharma in Mahabharata? When they start leading that life, your emotions get muddled. You start making decisions based on emotions. Right? So this is one point that comes up very clearly in Ramayana. This is how life should be led. Okay? First point. Second thing, Sita Mata. Now the thing about this character Sita Mata is an idealized character again. As Jaita Mahodaya said, absolutely true. Now, how you want to take it? There are 5 people in five women who are exemplified. The 5 women are Ahilya, Mandodari, Sita, Tara, and Draupadi. These are the 5 women, and each of them bring out, get there on a different path altogether. So if you look at it as a whole of all these 5 characters, then you see there are different ways to get to a point. As you rightly said, Draupadi is a firebrand who will spit fire at anything and get going. Sita is at a different plane altogether. Draupadi, if you read Mandodari is with Ravana all the time, right? Who has to go through all such problems. Tara is a diplomat or in her own right. Okay, so these are people where they have different paths and different situations determining what they need to get at. Okay. Another question that often comes to me, and a lot of you might also have it, is Agni Pariksha of Sita and Rama abandoning Sita. Right? Upfront, I want to clarify this before we get in so that we are not getting anywhere. The key is, yes, Sita Mata went through a lot of pain. She went through a lot of pain. She herself, there is a lot of lament. In fact, when Agni Pariksha happens, comes up, when Rama says you need to do this, she herself laments out at Rama, how dare you do this to me? How can you do this to me? Okay. Now that is, she had to suffer, she had to go through a pain, she had to go through a lot of things. Now, is that a judgment on Rama, and can I pass a judgment on Rama because of that? I don't think I am qualified to do that. So I will refrain from doing it. Right or wrong is not a judgment I am going to pass on that. She suffered, yes, definitely I'll accept. Yes, she did not have gone through that is also something I'll accept. For her character, what she has done, for what all she had to go through, that was probably too much for any human being to go through. So that is a fact. But did Rama do it right or did Rama do it wrong? There is what is called Sadharana Dharma and one what is called Vishesha Dharma. That comes up very clearly. A simple example, we should never lie. Satyam Vada. That's a given statement. In Kadli, in the Ashoka Vana, when Hanumanta comes and asks, speaks to Sita and goes away, Ravana's sevakas come and say, somebody was speaking to you, who was he? Now she can't say, he's Hanumanta, he was there with Rama, you need to go kill him. No, that doesn't work. Come on, you need to be practical about it. She says, for all you know, he was Ravana's avatara himself sitting here. How do I know about it? That's the answer she gives. So there are certain things which I am not aware of so much of Dharma Sukshma to pass a judgment on Rama for this. So I'll just keep it at it and move on. Okay, so we are not getting into that discussion beyond this. Any questions further? More than welcome to answer. Okay. Okay. With this, I think what we will do, we'll now start getting into the first shloka. Okay. So, okay. Let's start with the very first shloka. Okay. Okay. Before we get there, what is this Sankshepa Ramayana? Anybody who can tell what is Sankshepa Ramayana?
It's an abridged version of Ramayana.
Abridged version of Ramayana. So what is the whole idea of this abridged version? Why an abridged version at all? So, okay, let me give a little bit of a story background. So, there is a Krauncha Pakshi and that story with Brahma, where I think everybody knows the story of Krauncha Pakshi. There are two lovebirds which are sitting. Yes, Parvati Madhya.
I do not.
Okay. So, two lovebirds sitting and in a good this one in a lovely position, and then hunter comes and hunts the male bird down. And immediately, Valmiki, who is looking at it, Valmiki Maharshi, who is looking at it, utters a curse that you shall not be ever in this state again to the hunter. Now, the thing is that it comes out in Anushtup Chandas. Okay. So that is when he thinks, as a Muni, am I right in giving out such a curse? Giving out a curse is also okay, but why this sort of a statement that comes? Why is it in this format? He is a Kavi, he's an Adi Kavi. So he keeps thinking, and that's when Brahma appears and tells him, you know what, you need to bring out this whole thing in a nice way. Prior to this, what would have happened is, this is a conversation between Narada Muni and Valmiki Maharshi. So when Valmiki Maharshi meets Narada Muni is very badly depicted in all our TV serials as a mischief monger all around. But if you actually look at it, he is the Paramagnani and Muni. He's a real Bhakta. Pancha Mahabhaktas, he is one of them. One is Narada Muni, Bhishma Pitamaha, Kuchela, then who is that? Hanumanta, and one more person. Narada, Hanumanta, Bhishma, Kuchela, one more person is there. Yes, Parvati Madhya.
What was the curse? What did he curse the man?
He cursed him that you will never have a wife or you'll never be in a good, lovely position. That's what was the curse. So, yeah. So, Bhakta Prahalada, Narada, Hanumanta, Bhishma, and Kuchela, that is Sudama. These are the Pancha Mahabhaktas who are known, and their lifestyles are very important. Narada Muni is all these are Paramagnanis. They know everything and they are very much in the know of things. So if whenever you see these Purana stories, either it is narrated by Narada Muni or by Shaunaka Maharshi. A lot of these stories come from there. So Narada Muni is one of them. And another Visheshana about Ramayana is you'll never see, if you read Mahabharata, you'll often see Vyasa Uvacha, then Bhagavan Uvacha. Only in Bhagavad Gita it's Bhagavan Uvacha, otherwise it's Krishna Uvacha, by the way. Okay, Arjuna Vacha, so on and so forth, it goes on. Nowhere here, because of the Adi Kavi that Valmiki is able to bring out only through the shlokas. Okay, this is another Visheshana. Okay, so this is a conversation. These 100 shlokas are a conversation between Valmiki Maharshi and Narada Muni. Let's just see how it starts. Tapasvadhyaya niratam tapasvi vagvidam varam Naradam paripapracha Valmikir Munipungavam. Okay. So any shloka, and this is because we are doing the full vyakhyana of the 100 shlokas. So I just want to spend a minute on how to go about doing, what is the step-by-step process to do it. I'll just show with all the shlokas today, and then we will go into the deeper this one. So first step is break it into padani kani yatra. That is called padacheda. Okay, first step is padacheda. Tapasvadhyaya niratam. First word. Tapasvadhyaya niratam. Okay. Tapasvi. Vakvidam. Varam. Naradam. Paripapracha. Valmikihi. Munipungavam. Okay, these are the words that are present here. Okay. So the first thing to identify once you do a padacheda is identify the Kriyapada. Anybody wants to identify the Kriyapada here? Kriyapadam Kim?
Papricha.
Paripapracha. Paripapracha is one word, by the way. Pari is an upasarga. Papracha. Anybody knows what is papracha? Lakara, anything?
Prich dhatu.
Prach dhatu, okay.
Ask, say.
Ask the question.
Ask the question. That is true. That is ask the question. That's fine.
So, lot lakara.
Pracha means ask. Prachati is ask basically. Pracha. This is a yes, Mahodaya.
Lot lakara ekavachanam prathama purusha.
Lot lakarah na iti lit lakarah bhavishyati.
Perfect.
Okay, lit lakara is not something that we have done perhaps. So lit lakara is what is called paroksha bhutakala. Yes, Mahodaya, who was saying?
It's the perfect also?
Yes, perfect, past perfect.
Oh, past perfect.
Asked. He asked. Okay. Lit lakaraha. So then what you do is based on this, you start asking questions around it. Right? Akanksha, it is Kriyapadam paripapracha. Okay. Kaha paripapracha? Collect all the karta padani. Correct? Here you have tapasvi, Valmikihi. Tapasvin, this comes from tapasvin, so the tapasvi is a karta ekavachana. Okay. Valmikihi paripapracha. Tapasvi Valmikihi paripapracha.
Is tapasvi Visheshanam or no?
Yes, Visheshanam for Valmiki. Because it is in karta, that is ekavachana, it goes with Valmiki state. Okay. Kam paripapracha, whom did he ask?
Narada.
Everything else is this one for Narada. Tapasvadhyaya niratam. Vagvidam. Varam. Naradam. Munipungavam. Munipungavam is one word. Paripapracha. Okay. So once I know this much, I can then do what is called an Anvaya. That is basically rewrite this same thing in a good, nice sentence which is easy to understand. It becomes Tapasvi Valmiki Tapasvadhyaya niratam Vagvidam Varam Naradam Munipungavam Paripapracha. So this Tapasvi Valmiki asked Narada Muni, who was the tapaswadhyaya niratam, Vagvidam varam arada. Okay, that's and Muni Pungavam. Him he asked something. Okay, before we go and answer, before we get into what he asked, see this whole sentence could have been said, Narada Uvacha, and then what is that? Valmiki Uvacha, and then we could have gone into a lot for this one. Valmiki Narada Uvacha. That's what we could have said and move ahead. But no. Valmiki is an Adikavi. He wants to bring out very detailed version of this. And that's why it makes Ramayana very easy to understand. It's a very straightforward thing to understand. Okay, now before we move to what he asked, let's take a minute to look at each and every word and look at the Visheshna of these things. Let's do some interesting things here. Tapasvi. What is the Pratipadikam? Tapasvin. Okay, that is why it is tapasvi. So if you look at this, tapasvi Valmiki, tapasvadhyaya niratam Vagvidam varam Munipungavam Naradam Paripapracha. So each and every word I'm going to break it down here. Okay, and then what is the anta? Nakaranta. Linga Pullinga, because it goes with Valmiki, it is to be Pullinga. Nakaranta Pullinga Pada. Vibhakti Karta. Okay. Ekavachana. Right. Now there is a concept called Pratipadartha. The Pratipadartha is basically a Paryayavachi pada which will describe this. Okay, if in most Indian languages we do this Sandarbha Vyakhya with Sandarbha. Sandarbh Sahit Vyakhya. Right, remember your 5th standard, 6th standard days if you are from India. But otherwise, the way it is, you have to express this in your own words, giving it the right bhava. What was it that Valmiki intended to convey? Okay, so that is given by an equivalent word which captures the real essence of this meaning. Tapasvi, Parikankshi. Who is willing to do a lot of hard work to be always willing to be examined. Okay, so that is the tapasvi's role. Okay, Valmiki, Pratipadikam, Ikaranta Pullinga Karta Ekavacham. Correct?
Yeah.
Valmiki Nama Munihi. He is a Muni. So that much we can get it. Tapaswadhyaya niratam. Tapaswadhyaya nirata, this is one word and this is this one, Pratipadikam. Yes, Parvati Madhya.
This tapasvi is easier to understand than the parikankshi.
Parikankshi. Sorry. Yeah, you're right. Sorry, it should be Parikankshi, not Parikankshi.
That is like a synonym?
Yes, synonym. Exactly. It's a synonym.
And I had one more doubt. What does Sankshepa mean?
Sankshepa is something.
Condensed, abridged?
Abridged.
Dhanyavad.
Abridged. Yeah. Parikankshi. So that also comes from Parikankshit and Parikankshi. Okay. And it is Valmiki. Tapaswadhyaya niratam. Tapaswadhyaya nirata is the Pratipadikam. Akaranta Pullinga. Since it is niratam, karma pada. Okay. Yes, Ashwini Madhya.
Sir, what is the difference between Sankshepa and Sankshipta?
Sankshipta. So one which is already compressed and kept is Sankshipta. Sankshepa is also very, very similar. It is abridged. It is not very different. Sankshipta. How do I express this? Can you give an example for it?
For
Sankshipta. Sankshipta. Give it in a short. Short. Give it in a short form. Sankshipta Varnanam.
Yes.
Right. Sankshipta. Sankshepa Ramayanam.
Okay.
Okay,
Already
abridged was a
compressed.
shortened version. So very, very fine line difference. There's actually not much, but there's a very fine line this one. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay.
So
Thank you,
how
sir.
can you know how can you find out the meanings? You have to, how will you find out that tapaswin means parikankshi?
Very, very simple actually. I do.
Thesaurus.
Samsadini or something?
Yes, go to Sansadini.
Okay.
I'll show you also why let it be very easy, so that if you people have to do it someday, it should be easy for everyone. Yeah.
This is what you wanted us to do with the Vishnu Sahasranama?
No, not so much. I didn't want you to do so much. I wanted you to just break the book. That's all. Okay. So here you go. Everybody can get to this page. This is an easy page to get to.
That is Pada Vishlesha. Okay.
Yeah. Go to this. You get this tapaswin, right?
Okay.
Go here. I need to reshare it, is it?
What is this? Where did you go to? I didn't understand.
Yeah.
Tools and then I think
Tools. If you go to tools.
Okay,
then,
you get this.
Okay, then if I click on this tapaswin, I get this here. Tapasvi, tapasvinau, tapasvina.
Yeah, all the vibhaktis. Yeah.
Right. Then go here. Click on this. Go to Amarakosha.
Oh God.
Amarakosha is our book of synonyms.
Okay.
Okay. Tapasvin. Tapas. This is Parikangshin.
Parikangshin. Okay.
So that is where it comes from.
even here it says Parikangshin.
Yes, that is Parikangshin. That is Parikangshin. Yes. So both will work. Parikangshin is somebody who can see far.
Okay. So this is available in Samsadini for everybody.
Yeah. Example, there are many places where you can see. If you have an Amarakosha, that's good enough. Yes, Ashwini Mahodaya.
Sir, I'm unable to use Samsadini.
Sometimes, yeah.
It shows error and this Unicode Devanagari error it shows always.
Yeah, that is possibly because either are you using a Mac or are you using a Windows system? Windows should not be a problem. Just send me the error message that you get next time.
Okay, sure.
We can just send it across to Abba Kulkarni and check what she has to say.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
No problems. So, tapaswadhyaya niratam. Akaranta pullinga karmapada ekavachana. This means tapasi swadhyaye cha niratam. One who is in tapas and who is on swadhyaya. Who is always in tapas and swadhyaya. That is how, see, look at the adjectives used for Narada Muni. Tapaswadhyaya niratam. Valmiki Muni himself is tapasvi. Tapaswadhyaya niratam is Narada. Vakvidam varam. Okay. What is Vakvidam? Yes, Jayabalambika.
What is Swadhyaya?
Huh?
What is Swadhyaya?
Swadhyaya is who is always in the contemplatory mode.
Okay.
Swadhyaya, what is that? Okay, I will come to that. I forget that shloka there. Okay. Vakvidam. Vagvid. Dakaranta pada. Pullinga, karma, sambandha, bahuvachana. By the way, this is not karma pada. This is not karma, sorry, this is sambandha. Why is that karma? Yeah, this is sambandha. Yeah.
Meaning of Vakvidam?
Vakvidam.
Speech.
A statement.
A speaker, a good speaker.
A true good speaker, Vakvidam, Varam. So, Vakvidam is Vachaspati. Vachaspati Nam. Okay. Alternately, this is also Vedavit. One who is endowed in the Vedas. It can also be referred that way. Because Vak is also referred to as before Vedas. If you are referring to Narada Muni, it generally is referring to Vedas. Okay.
The person who knows all the Vedas,
all the Vedas. Narada Muni is eternally known for he knows everything.
So this is Sambandha.
This is Sambandha, Shashti Vibhakti.
Shashti. Okay.
Vachaspati Shreshtham. Varam is Shreshtham. Vachaspati Shreshtham. One who is the supreme among all the Vachaspatis. So if you look at this, Vagvidam, Varam, these are the two things, correct? So if you look at it, Vagvidam, Varam. Here. Right? So Vagvidam is of all the Vagvidas, he is the Shrestha in the first one.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yes, Ashwini Mahodaya.
Vachaspati is which Shabdarupi Vichar?
Shabdarupi Vichar. Now the Shabdarupi Vichar is different for Narada Muni. That's why it comes as Vedavit.
Okay.
Vedanam Shreshtham.
Okay.
I can also put Vedanam here.
Okay. So Vidya Vachaspati when we use
There Vidya. In Vidya is he can see Vachaspati is someone who can speak well in the common day parlance. Correct. Vachaspati is someone who is good with his speech, who is an orator.
Yes.
Right. Now, when we use it in the context of such Maharshi and Mahamuni, it generally refers to Vedas because from their mouth usually Vedas are what comes out.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So Vedas or Shastras. Shastranam Shrestha is also possible here.
Yes, sir.
So I could have mistaken the Vakvidam for being even Dvitiya.
Yes,
right?
yes,
So
yes.
how do I know it's
That's where you need to go
Sambandha?
back. That's where you need to go. You need to be aware of this Dakaranta. Okay. So let me give you another example. You know Asmat Pada, right? Asmat.
Yeah.
Right. Can you just tell me all the Shashti Vibhakti of Asmat Pada?
Asmad is Mama.
Mama
Mama Avayoho Asmakam.
Avayoho
Asmakam.
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct? Yushmakam. Yushmad.
Yushmad.
Yushmakam.
Yushmad.
So Vagvidam comes from there. Vagvid. So Dakaranta Pada, you need to know the Dakaranta Pada for that. So knowing these Pada, Anta is very important. That's where when you see the Anta, be careful. Okay, that's where Tapasvin, Bhavan, Bhavantau, Bhavantaha. Sorry, the Tapasvi, sorry, this is not Tapasvin, so that is not Bhavan. Tapasvi, Tapasvinau, Tapasvinaha. Tapasvi, whenever you see an Ikaranta or Akaranta for a Pullinga Pada, be rest assured it's usually a Nakaranta.
Now, how can Tapasvi is Pullinga Sabda then?
Correct. Tapasvi is a Pullinga Pada. That's why it's going with Valmiki, no?
Okay.
What is the Pratama Vibhakti of Vakvidam? Vakvid? Vakvidaha? What is the Pratama?
No. We just saw that. No one.
Vakvid.
Vidam or something.
No.
Now, how to differentiate between Pratama Purusha and
with Vakvid only. That will be Vakvid, Vakvidau, Vakvidaha. So if you see Vakvidaha, then don't mistake it for Akaranta Pada.
That's right.
It is Dakaranta. Bahuvachana. Okay. So sometimes we need to be really careful about what we are doing. So one good way of doing this will be go back to Pravesha book. The last one you have all the Sakaranta, Takaranta, Dakaranta. Get well versed with it. Okay.
don't even know the Akaranta, Ikaranta, Ukaranta.
That is like, now we have all graduated beyond the first standard, no? We need to go to a little higher level. So that's where it comes. Okay. Varam. Vakvidam Varam. See, this is Shashti Vibhakti. Amongst all the Vakvidas, he is Shrestha. Varam. Varam is Shrestha. So this becomes Karmapada here. Okay. Varam is Karmapadam. Similarly, Muni Pungavam. Muninam Shreshtam. He is a Shrestha among Munis. He is a Shrestha among Shastrajyaha. Okay. Muni Pungavam Naradam. Okay. This is how this one is to be done.
So,
All right. Now, after this, you need to write a Bhavartha. Bhavartha is written as Parikankshi. It should be Parikankshi. Parikankshi. Parikankshi is someone who is farsighted. Tapasvi is farsighted. Okay, in this context. Parikankshi Valmiki Nama Munihi Tapasi Swadhyayaneshu Vedadhyapanadishu. See, this is Vedadhyayana. He was doing Veda Adhyayana. He was doing Veda Adhyapana also.
Yeah.
He was teaching. Okay. Vrata Niyamadishu. That is, Vrata Niyamadishu is not, because we know it is Vrata Niyamadishu for Narada.
They
It is
made
not
up all
written
this.
anywhere.
It's not there in the.
It is not there anywhere here. You can write. This is something that is coming out. I took it from the this RSS book. Okay, so this can, because anything, you can add any more thing that you know about Narada in the Bhavartha. That's in your own words you are writing about him.
Okay.
Okay. Only when you are doing this Anvaya, this should be very clear. This should come only from him.
Okay.
If you're putting anything, just put it in brackets. Okay. Swadhyaye cha niratam tapas vachaspatinam shreshtham satatam jnaninam Satatam Jnaninam Varishtam. Say this Vakvidam Varam Jnanin. Satatam Jnaninam. Of all the Jnanis, he was Varishta. Munishreshtham Narada Namanam Devarishim Prishtavan. Ka Prishtavan?
it is the second sentence.
Ka Prishtavan. Ka Prishtavan.
Valmiki.
Valmiki Prishtavan. Kam Prishtavan? All these things. Tapasi.
So if we write this Pratipadartha, we write the Pratipadartha of the whole sloka, that gives the Bhavartha also.
That can be the Bhavartha also. So yeah. By the way, let me add a caveat here. You are not expected to know all these. You are not expected to write the Bhavartha here.
Thank you.
At this level. Maybe next year we'll make you do that. Next year we'll make you do that. Also, if you go wrong with a bit of Pratipadartha, we are okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So at least, but then you should know at least this much. This much should be known.
Yeah.
Okay.
That seems doable.
Okay.
Yeah, this is doable. Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. Then one more thing that needs to be done is you need to know the Sandhi Karyam. Where all Sandhi Karyani as happened. Okay. So Sandhayaha Anuswara Sandhi. Niratam. I have color coded them here. It should be Niratam Tapasvi. Vagvidam Varam. Naradam Paripapracha. Okay. Then there is one Visarga Sandhi. Valmiki Munipungavam. Become Valmiki Munipungavam. When we do Visarga Sandhi in detail, we'll do that. Okay.
Because I was just wondering that we haven't done it much. How are we going to do this?
No, right now you are not expected, but I'm just showing it. We'll do it. In each class, we'll take up one Sandhi or something like that. We'll take it. Okay. Then there is a Samasta Padani. This is also out of, it is not needed that you know everything here right now, but I'm just showing what are all the things. I'll not tell you what the Samasa is and everything here. If you look at these are Samasta Padani. You can make that out. Tapaswadhyaya Niratam. Correct?
What does this Samasta Padani mean?
Samasaha.
Okay.
They are a combination of multiple words with only the Pratipadikam. Mind you, I'll just show you how it becomes. Tapaswadhyaya Niratam, I can expand as Tapasi cha Swadhyaye cha Niratam, or Tapaha cha Tapascha Swadhyayascha Niratam. That is a sentence. Somebody who is in tapas and in swadhyaya. Correct? So tapas swadhyaya niratam. That is how it will become. Muni pungavam. Munishu pungavam. Muninam shrestha is what we said, no?
Of all the munis.
Okay. Now you know the reason you need to know this is because these are not different padas. Muni and pungavam cannot be split as two different padas. That we saw. We understood that when we did the first set of what is sandhi, what is not sandhi, what is when we can join, when we can't join, etc., etc. So Muni pungavam is one word only, but then it should be read as Munishu pungavam. Correct? So that is the reason I'm just showing you this. You may not be expected to know all these and all, but then it is important if you can just sort of start getting a hang of or a feel of it. What is happening? Right? Get a sense of what is happening. Any questions or anything for this? We'll go slowly, no problems. Even if you have doubts, please ask. That's fine. Please ask as many doubts as you can.
Actually, how are we to do this? I mean, by step, how are we to do it? If you ask us to give one sloka and ask us to do, how to go about it?
So first step is Padachika. No, it will be difficult. I agree. For today, it will be difficult. By the end of the 100th shloka, trust me, all of us will start speaking only in Sanskrit. Okay? You'll not even have any problems. Today, it will sound a little beyond this one. That's all right. Perfectly fine. The first step is Padacheda, as I showed. You need to split out the words. You need to identify what are the words. Once you identify the words, do the Anvaya. Basically, put it out in a sentence that form that everybody will, that you can understand and you can understand it. Once you have those words, go back and find out what is the word, what is the Pratipadikam, what is the Vibhakti, Vachana. Then, if you can try to find out what can be a substitute word that improves your vocabulary. Correct? Once you have once you are done with that, then you are more or less done. Then it comes to only about Sandhi and this one. As we learn Sandhi, we will start implementing that. Okay, this is the way to this is the step-by-step process, if you ask me. Okay. Any questions?
We are doing all of it together, right? All the 100 shlokas. We are doing it in class, all the 100 shlokas.
We'll do all this in class. Yeah. All this we will do in class. At least we'll do pretty much everything in class. So hang in there. First one we took about 45 minutes. Does not mean we'll take all shlokas. We'll need to take 45 minutes. Yeah. Any other questions? No? Shall we go on?
Yeah, we'll try to, because actually I'm so dazed, so I don't know what's happening.
You don't know what's happening. No, something simple.
I like the first part. First part is good.
Yeah, first part. Yeah. We'll stick to the first part. To begin with, we'll stick to the first part. Don't worry. Okay. So let's go to the next this one. Okay. So this is what he asked Narada. First step we asked, no? Valmiki Naradam Paripapracha. Okay, get to that. At least be on the highest level, just see what all is happening.
So can we reread that shloka once more?
Yes.
Now that we have done the Dhanyavada.
Yeah. We can. This one?
Yeah, the first, yeah.
Tapasvadhyaya niratam tapasvi vagvidam varam naradam paripapracha valmikir munipungavam. Okay, this is the shloka.
I have a doubt. Who is the Munir Pungavam? Valmiki, right?
No.
No?
No. That is the point.
Yeah.
Just because it appears as a conjoined everything, it does not mean. There are two words here. If you look at this here, Valmikihi, where is that here? Valmikihi Munipungavam. That is
Narada.
Yeah, it's Narada because it's in Dvitiya Vibhakti.
There are two words here.
Joined? Yeah.
Dve pades staha. Just because they are joined, it need not mean there is only one word. Please be very clear. Sanskritam, you can join many things, but it need not mean it's one word. At the same time, it can be spread out into multiple things, and still it can be still one word. I'll give you a simple example here. Here itself. Tapaswadhyaya niratam. This is one word, by the way. This visarga and swadhyaya, they are, just because there's a visarga here does not mean this is not, these are two words. Okay.
That is okay. Just
So
because
that is how-
Valmiki, the karta is coming with the karma.
Yes, karta is coming with this one, but given that these are two words, that's what we need to be able to identify.
So
Okay.
is this a samasa or a sandhi? What is this?
No, this is only a sandhi. This is only a
Sandhi.
sandhi between two varna.
Yeah.
There is no samasa here at all. There is a samasa in Munipungavam. That's a different samasa.
Okay.
But Valmiki and Munipungavam, there is no samasa.
Okay.
Between Valmiki and Munipungava, there is no samasa. Only in Munipungavam, there is a samasa here. Okay? Om tapaswadhyaya niratam tapasvi vagvidamvaram naradam paripapracha Valmikir Munipungavam.
So Naradam Paripracha Valmiki. That is Narada asked Valmiki.
Is that so? Is that how you are reading? Go back. Karta kaha?
Karta
Naradam is
Valmiki.
object.
Object. Okay. Valmiki asks Narada. Sorry.
Ah.
Valmiki asks Narada.
Correct. Valmiki asked Narada.
Asks Narada.
Valmiki Naradam Paripapracha. That is all. The whole.
That's all.
Okay, everything else is bells and whistles of
Extra.
Valmiki or Narada.
Yeah, extra. Yeah. So,
Okay. So most of the shlokas you will come across this way in Ramayana. That's why Valmiki is called the Adi Kavi. He can really make it very beautiful. Okay. Now, if you go to Vyasa in the same way Mahabharata, he would have just said Valmiki Naradam Paripapracha. Finish. Nothing more. He wouldn't have used Paripapracha. He would have used Papracha. Done. Move ahead. And he wrote 100,000 shlokas like that, by the way. Okay. Well, that was the kind of content that Vyasa had. Here the content is very different. It's an idealistic life that is being portrayed. Okay? Okay. Shall we move on?
Yeah. Dhanyavada.
Yeah, so we can know. Okay, what did Valmiki ask Narada? This is the thing that he is asking. Let's go through this. Konvasmin sampratam loke gunavan kascha viryavan dharmagyascha kritagyascha satyavakyo tudavratah charitrena cha ko yuktah sarvabhuteshu kohitah vidvan kasavartascha kaschayika priyadarshanaha आत्मवान कोचित क्रोधः द्युतिमान को न सूयकः कस्य बिभ्यति देवाश्च जातरोषस्य संयुगे. This was something that he asked. Okay. How many of you can make out what is being asked here? Vaguely.
He's asking about somebody who is this, and that.
Who is a Gunavan? Who is a Gunavan, Viryavan, Dharmajnan?
Correct.
Vidwan, and all that.
Correct. Okay, we'll just do the Padacheda again here and see what all he's asking for. Padacheda. Kaha no asmin sampratam loke gunavan kaha cha viryavan dharmagyaha cha kritagyaha cha satyavakyaha dridavratah. If you go back here, you had loke gunavanscha. Gunavan kascha viryavan. Gunavan kaha cha. So that's where you need to be clear about picking this up. There are three words here. Gunavan kaha cha. Okay. Kritagyaha cha. Satyavakyo. Because there is a dakara, it becomes visarga. It is satyavakyaha dridavratah. Okay. So similarly, yuktaha sarvabhuteshu kaha hitaha. Okay. So I have split that up here for to make it easy. Kahanu asmin sampratam loke gunavan kaha cha viryavan dharmagyaha cha kritagyaha cha satyavakyaha dridavratah charitrena cha kaha yuktaha sarvabhuteshu kaha hitaha vidvan kaha samartaha cha एक प्रियदर्शनः. Atmavan, kaha jitakrodha, Jyutiman, kaha anasuyakaha, kasya bibyati devaha cha, jataroshasya sanyuge. Okay. Now, it was a very simple thing. Take apart from this kaha and apart from this kaha, take out all the kahas from here. It's not needed. They're all there only as placeholders because he wanted to make a good poetry out of it. Similarly, you can take out all the cha and add just keep one cha here. That is one hand. That's good enough. Okay. If you do that, what this will do is I can rearrange this as Asmin Sampratam Loke Kaha Gunavan Viryavan Dharmagya Kritagya Satyavakya Kridavrataha Charitrena Yuktaha Sarvabhuteshu Hitaha Vidvan Samartaha Ekapriyadarshanah Atmavan Jitakrodha Jyutiman Anasuyakaha. Then after that, here comes the last line. Sanyuge kasya jataroshasya devaha cha bibyati.
Even the devas fight.
Okay, this is one last line. Okay, shall we arrange it that way?
Yes.
Sampratam asmin. This should be again a mistake here. Sampratam asmin loke kaha nu gunavan viryavan dharmagyah kritagyah satyavakyah dridavratah charitrena yuktah sarvabhuteshu hitah vidvan samartah ekapriyadarshana atmavan jitakrodha jyutiman anasuyakah devaha cha api devaha cha kasya jataroshasya sanyuge bibyati. Okay. So we can understand a lot of these words, correct? Gunavan, Viryavan. We have some vague idea. At least intuitively we know what they mean, right? Anybody who does not understand any of these words, I'm not saying all the words, some of the, at least one or two words, if anybody who is not able to understand even one or two words of this. Okay, everybody gets what this is?
What is Dutiman?
Huh?
What is Dutiman?
Yes, we'll come to each and every word. We'll do each and every word. But the question here is who does not understand any word.
Yeah. Overall picture, yes.
Overall picture, yes. Okay. Another question. Is there any word that you think is not of a good quality? When we attach connotations, good quality, bad quality kind of thing. Anybody who thinks that something is of a bad quality? Nothing? No? Yes, Ashwini Mahoday, you have a question. Gani Mudrika Mukam Asti. Ashwini Mahoday.
Yes, sir. Sir, Jata Roshasya, in this, Jata means Jata Veda?
Jata Roshasya Bibyati. That is Jata Roshasya Bibyati. Any okay, that's where I was coming to actually. Any negative word that you see in this?
Rosha.
Rosha. Bibyati.
Bibyati. Frightened.
Frightened. So, Devaha cha kasya jata roshasya bibyati. Devas are also afraid of whose krodha.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yes. So we'll come to that. We'll do now. This is where it is very important to go back and do each and every word in detail. That gives us an understanding of what it means and what is the contextually where we should put it. Right. Otherwise, it was very good. No, we all thought everything is good, everything is nice, and everything is very nicely described. Right. Let's do that now. Any other questions up to this point? No? So as I said, don't get overwhelmed by it. You're not expected to know everything that I'm talking here. You are expected to know at least up to the point of Anvaya. If you know, you are good enough and probably express that in a little little good ways of what the words are in the sense of vibhakti, vachana, etc. If you can do that much, your job is done. I am doing it in a little more detail so that everybody is comfortable. Is that okay? Or should I reduce the level?
No,
No,
don't
sir,
really,
no,
but
sir,
I would,
no, sir.
can we go bits? I would have liked
Slow.
to looked at the slokas once more, try to figure
Sure,
out and
sure,
then come
sure.
to this.
Sure. We can do that. Okay. कोन्वस्मिन् साम्प्रतं लोके गुणवान् कश्च वीर्यवान् धर्मज्ञश्च कृतज्ञश्च सत्यवाक्यो दृढव्रतः चारित्रेण च को युक्तः सर्वभूतेषु को हितः विद्वान् कः समर्थश्च कश्चैकप्रियदर्शनः आत्मवान् को जितक्रोधः द्युतिमान् को न सूयकः कस्य बिभ्यति देवाश्च जातरोषस्य संयुगे.
This Konbasmin also 3 words are there, no?
Yes.
So kaha,
Nu asmin. In fact, there are 4 words here. Kaha nu asmin sampratam. So I'll just tell you why that nu comes there. I was planning to do that. Probably will not have time. It's actually a yen sandhi, but we
and
will.
these 3 shlokas have to go together because this is the question he asked.
Yes, the question is. This is the characteristics that he is asking for.
Okay.
And all are supposed to be the Visheshan of that person. Or
Of that person. Visheshana, the qualities, the characteristics of that person.
That person.
Okay. Yes, Jayita Modiya.
Mahoday, actually that the third word, Gunavana Kascha. So Gunavana Kaha and Cha. That is being combined, and because the kaha and cha has been combined, I'm trying to understand why is the cha coming, because of the combination of kaha and cha.
There is a visarga
Yeah.
sandhi. The rule is that it becomes sakara.
We did that with the chit chana.
Chit
Oh,
chana.
yes.
Chechana, yes.
that came,
Yeah.
Kashchit. Kashchana.
Kashchit.
Kashchana. Yeah.
Whenever there is a chakara coming after a visarga, it becomes sha.
Yeah.
Chakara comes there. Okay. So kashcha, we'll do it in detail when we do visarga sandhis, we'll do some in detail. But yeah, that is the idea. Similarly, dharmagyascha kritagyascha satyavakyah dridavratah. Okay. Now you are able to appreciate once we go back after the padacheda.
Yuktah charitreena cha ko yuktah sarvabhuteshu.
Yes. Yuktaha, the sakara is because of sakara here. Yeah. I can just put yuktaha and with a visarga also, but I'll still read it that way. Yukta sarvabhuteshu.
Because of that.
Yes. Similarly here also.
Kascha, and also kascha, kaha cha kaha priyadarshana.
Kaha cha eka priyadarshanaha.
Eka priya.
There's a vritti sandhi there. We will have to see that. Kashchaika priyadarshanaha. The reason I took this before doing a lot of sandhi is because this is long. These are about 100 shlokas. So I thought I will do it. Along with this, we'll do the sandhis also. Okay. Once you get a hang of it, it becomes pretty easy.
Meaning of some of them, I like Jita Krodha.
I also said Jitakrodha.
Jitakrodha.
Meaning?
We'll come to that.
Oh, okay. Okay, if you're doing it, then it's fine. Okay.
Yeah, we'll do each and every word, just like we did
thank
last
you.
time.
Okay.
Each and every word we are going to take and do it. So, There is no need to worry about anything. We do it. Mandam mandam karishyamah. Chinta nasti.
Yeah.
You don't need to run away anywhere. Okay. Now, I put it as sampratam asmin loke. See, if you look at this, the way I have done the anvaya, I have rearranged a few things. I have put all the gunas in one bucket.
Yeah.
I have segregated out all the other things. Sampratam asmin loke. Kaha Sanyuge Bibhyati Asti. That is what it should be. Okay.
Sampratam, the meaning of Sampratam.
Coming. So that's where if I go next, I'll put all the padam in that order only.
Okay.
Okay, in the Advaya order.
Okay.
Okay. Sampratam. In this case, Sampratam can be a Pullinga pada also, but in this case, it is an Avyaya. It is to be taken as Idanim. Now. So Valmiki is asking now, Vartamana Kale Idanim. Now, here. Now and here. Or in this Vistara, Sampratam can also mean until now.
Oh.
Until now. That is the right way of putting it, understanding it in English. Okay. Until now, Asmin Loke. What is Asmin?
In my.
Asmin.
Here, this
Asmin is
This-
in my
inside.
seventh vibhakti. Saptami vibhakti.
In me?
Saptami, yeah, in our.
In this world.
In this world, in this, idam padam,
Idam, yeah, in this.
Sarvanama padam,
Mm.
adhikaranya, ekavachana, asmin, that goes with loke.
Asmin.
Lokaha is the pradama vibhakti ekavachanam. Satyam kalo?
Yeah.
Atra adhikarane bhavishyati. Loke, saptami vibhakti. Loke,
Saptami.
rame, loke. Correct? So Martya Loke is this where death is a common thing. That's what it means. In this world, Sampratam until now, Kaha is who, right?
Yeah.
Makaranta Kim Padam Makaranta Pullinga Karta Ekavachana, right?
Yeah.
Nu is an avyaya because he wanted to make that Kaha no to something like that.
So no doesn't have any meaning.
Huh?
No doesn't have any meaning.
Emphasis. Who is all these? He wants to say who is all these?
This.
Kaha no, kaha to eat this.
Okay.
Emphasizing things. Okay, that is where you use that. Gunavan. It comes from Guna. Bhavat Padam. Bhavan. Bhavantau Bhavantaha. Correct? Gunavan. Takaranta Pullinga Karta Ekavachana. Right. Sarvai Gunaihi Yuktaha. That's what is Gunavan. Who is one with all embodied with everything. Right? Viryavan. Parakraman. Balan. Chayuktaha. Okay. Guna Sampannaha. Viryavan. Dharmagyaha. Dharman Gyata. All these are Akaranta Pullinga Ekavachana. If there is a change, we'll discuss that. Okay. Kritagyaha. Who does a lot of upkara. Kritagya. Who is gratitude. Right. Satyavakyaha. Satyavachi. Nitya Satyavachi. It's not just Satyavachi, it's Nitya Satyavachi. To the extent that if you go back to Rama, you'll see that, when a spy of Ravana comes, he says, welcome, come over, I'll show you all the entire army that I have here. You can go back and report. That is the kind of confidence that if you are a Nitya Satyavachi, you know the kind of confidence you have to do things. Right? So that is a Satyavakya. Yeah. Dridhavrataha. What is Dridhavrataha?
A person having a strong mind or willpower.
Strong mind who stands by his words. What he says, he stands by it. His mind, his thought, his words and action are in sync. They are not all over the place. Yes, Ashwini Mahodaya.
Drudha Nishchay.
Drida Nishchayaha. Correct. That's exactly what I have put here. That is Sarveshu Sankalpeshu Drida Nishtaha.
Nishtah.
Drida Nishchayaha. One who's steadfast in whatever he says. Charitrena.
Shamadama.
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 Shamadama is a different this one. That is
Sense organ, sense mind control.
that is different, Mahodaya. Here it is not referring to Indriya Nigraha.
Okay.
It is not Shat Sampat. That is not the Shat Sampat. Shamadamadi Shat Sampat is what you are referring to. That is not what is being referred to here. He is one who is referring to in Sankalpa. What he says he will do.
What he thinks he will do that in action.
Correct. Shamadama need not mean that. Shamadama is Indriya Nigraha and being in control of things.
Controller.
Of self rather than external self, internal self. Okay. Charitrena. Yeah. Here Charitrena Vibhakti Vachana Kim Bhavishyate?
Tritiya.
Tritiya. That is Karana. Vyavaharena Shilena Yuktaha. Charitrena Yuktaha, it goes with one. It should be one combination of things here. Right? Charitrena Yuktaha.
Then if Charitrena is the Yuktaha is a Visheshan of, I'm sorry, Charitrena is the Visheshan of Yuktaha.
It is not Visheshana. In Charitra, with the he is Sampanna, he is Guna Sampanna, he is Charitrena Sampanna. His character, a person of character in Vyavahara. So Vyavaharena, Shilena, Sampanna.
Meaning of Sampanna exactly is in English, sorry.
Huh?
Having a lot of good Sheila.
No. Parvati Mode, what were you saying?
The meaning of Sampanna.
You
I
said
think
something.
English, I didn't know.
You could say endowed with.
Endowed with. Correct. Full of.
Full of. Okay.
Okay, full of. Gunaihi Sampanna. Endowed with. Full of. Okay. Sarvabhuteshu Hitaha. Sarvabhuta Adhikarana. Atropi Adhikarana. In all the Jada Chaitanyeshu, I put it as Jada Chaitanyeshu, I can put it as Sthavar Jangameshu also.
All the living beings.
All living, dead, non-living, all beings. He has a hitakari. He has a good manobhava in all of them. Okay, to the extent that when Ravana died, he did not have any. Okay, we'll come to that in Anasuyakaha. That's okay. Hitaha, hitakaraha, vidvan. See, here it is Sakaranta Pullinga. That is something you need to be clear of. It becomes vidvan. Okay, so that's why go back and refer to these things. It may be useful. Okay, Karta Eka, Shastragya. Here it will be Shastragya. Because when you are talking of Rama, he was Yajurveda Sampanna, Dhanurveda Sampanna, etc. So it's the Shastragya. Samartaha. He is capable of. Correct? Eka Priyadarshinaha.
Now, this Vidwan, when we said about Narada, he was Vedavit. But here it is.
No, I didn't say Vidwan. There was no Vidwan there. If you go back there, it was different. In Narada, we said he was. Where is that? Vakvidam.
Vakvidam, okay.
Vakvidam Varam. That's what we said. Vakvidam Varam is different from Vidwan.
Okay.
Okay. Samartaha. Eka Priya Darshanaha. Sarvesham Nitya Priyaha. He is liked by everyone.
Oh. I thought he loved only one person.
In the same way, there is no color, there is no range of I like him for this, I don't like him for this, I like him here, I don't like him there. No such things. He is always liked by everyone.
Oh, okay.
That is the meaning. Sarvesham Nityam Priyaha. Atmavan. In this case, again, Atmavat. Please note this. Takara. Okay. Just like Bhavat Pada. Bhavan. Bhagavan. Atmavan. So here it means Svecha Karta. one who has a mind of his own and acts by his own thought processes. Who has a self-thinking power. He's not just blindly following somebody's orders. Okay. Atmavan. Jitakrodha. What is Jitakrodha?
One who has conquered anger.
One who has conquered anger. Or one who has anger under his control. Krodham Vashikritaha. Okay. These are the qualities. Just count how many are there. Start here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Correct? We start from Godavan. Right? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 of them here. Jitak Krodha. Dyutiman. What is Dyutiman?
No idea.
Duty is light, Prakash.
Shobha Kanti Sampannaha.
Okay.
He is full of radiance. The moment you see him, you feel very attracted to that person, right? Yes, Ashwini Mahodaya. External characteristics.
Tejasvi.
Tejasvi. Uttamam. Tejasvi. One who is very capturing. Okay. External characteristic. This is an external characteristic. Okay. Anasuyakaha. What is Anasuyakaha?
Jealous.
Free from jealousy.
Free of jealousy. One who is not hateful. One who does not hate. Okay. Irshya Rahita is what I have put. So, the classic characteristic that is showcased here is, Ravana. Even towards Ravana, who had captured his wife and for whom he was doing so much vilapa, and after all that, he says, I don't have any hate for Ravana. Okay. In fact, to the extent that when Mandodari comes and says, what has happened, he says, yes, I'm sorry for your loss. He can go to that extent. Vibhishna, in fact, says, no, he was a very wrong person. I'll not do Antyeshti for him. I'll not even burn the corpse. It should be just left out. Rama says, no, it can't be done. That's a corpse. Whatever Ravana did was wrong. He is left. That's all. If you are not doing, he says, he goes to the extent of saying, if you are not doing, I will do the Antyeshti. That is the kind of Anasuyakaha he was. Okay.
Once again, Anasuyaka.
Without
Irshya.
hatred.
Without
hatred.
hatred.
Without hatred. Asuya. Have you heard of Asuya?
Yeah.
Asuya. Asuyati.
Having Irsha on.
Irsha.
Irsha.
Correct. That is one part. That is Jitakrodha is what just we saw, right? Then comes Deva. What happened? Yeah. Devaha cha kasya jataroshasya sanyuge bibyati. This is all one part.
Yes.
One of whom even the devas are afraid of his anger. If he gets angry, even the devas are afraid. So bibyati is, this should be easy to tell. What is this Lakara Purusha?
Bibeti.
Bibeti. Okay. Purusha and Vachana.
Bibeti.
Prathama Purusha, Ekavacha.
Ekavachanam va?
Bibyati.
Tritiya.
No, it is that Karmani.
No, it's not Karmani. It is not Karmani. It's Kartari. No, don't make me guess.
Tritiya.
Viveti. Bahuvachana.
Bahuvachana, because you see Devaha should go with.
Devaha. Okay.
So, the way Vibhati, Vibheti, Vibyati. Dadati, Dadati, Dadati. Okay. That is a trap. You have to be careful about these things. These are going to come.
What is Ekavachana, Mahodaya?
Vibhati. Bhidhatu. Just look for Bhidhatu. Okay. Bhita Suraha api kasya jataroshasya samare Bhitaha bhavanti.
Samare?
Samare is in his anger. Okay. In front of his anger, they are also very afraid.
So Devaha.
So he gets angry.
Devaha is
If he
Plural
gets
form.
angry, he is Jitakroda, he is control, he is always
Yeah.
angry in his control.
Yeah.
But if he
even
gets angry, something totally different will happen. Okay, so that's actually a positive character. Okay, if we look at it, let me do the Bhavartha now. Okay, Sarvai Gunaihi Yuktaha, Parakraman Balancha Sampannaha, Dharman Gyata, Upakaran Gyata, Nitya Satya Vachi, Sarveshu Sankalpeshu Dridavnishtaha, Vyavaharena Shilena Sampannaha, Sarveshu Jada Chaitanyeshu Hitakaraha, Shastragyaha, Samartaha, Sarvesham Nityam Priyaha, Svecha Karta, Atmavan, Krodha Vashikritaha. That this is
Yeah.
Krodha.
Jada
Shobha
Krodha.
Kanti Cha Sampannaha. This is
Dutyman.
Ishya Rahitaha. This is Anasuyakaha. This is Jatarosasya Bibhyati. 17 of them. Okay. I just
Summary can also mean in the battle.
in the battle or when you are face to face.
Okay.
When you are facing, when you face his anger, you better not face it. You better not come to a point where you face his anger.
But when have we seen him angry?
Yeah.
When have you seen him angry? Yeah. That comes in the this one, no? Yuddha, when Ravana, this one happens. It happens. It does come. See, even Rama does not get very angry. In fact, even otherwise, this when if you have read Sundarakanda, after not Sundarakanda, Kishkinda Kanda, this after Vali Vada, Sugriva promises that he will send the Dutas after the monsoons are stopped.
Yes.
He does not do anything for a long time. Even when Hanuman reminds him, he does not do it. So Rama sends Lakshmana, dispatches and says, you know what happened to Vali? The same thing can happen to you. So be careful. So it is not that he does not get angry. Here he gets. Krishna also gets angry twice in Mahabharata.
Bhishma, he tries to fight with
Bhishma gets him angry once. Another one is Shishupala Vada.
Shishupal.
So that is a
Idanim etasmin matyaloke kahatu. What is this?
This is how the Anvaya will go. Basically, the Bhavartha will go. Idanim etasmin martyaloke kahato sarvai gunaihi yuktaha kaha asti paraman balancha sampannaha dharmagyata. One in this world
Who is
so far has all these qualities.
So the idanim etat is a konasmin.
Yes. Kon vasmin
starting of that.
What? Martyam. Martya means what?
Martyaloke is one the loka of death. Basically where birth and death happens,
Where live is the Matyaloka.
Where we live is the Martyaloka. Is basically because there is an end to everything that comes here. Okay. So what I did was I put this thing with all the characters. So
this is Rama.
This photo may not be appearing as Rama, so don't. I didn't find a good thing. This one, so I just put it out. So okay. The key message is there are about 17 characters here. Characteristics, right? You'll not by the modern day standard, nobody will consider any of these to be the characteristics of a worthy person.
Why not?
Right? First of all, there is no money in this. He is not a Shriman. Right?
But he's a king's son. He's a king's son, so he is rich.
No. That is not known as yet. The question was not whether he is a king's son, whether he is a queen, whether he was born with a silver spoon, whether he was done. The question was what? One who is Gunavan, Viryavan, Dharmagya, Kritagya, Satyavakya, Dridavratah, Charitreda Yuktaha, सर्वभूतेषु हितः विद्वान् समर्थः प्रियदर्शिनः आत्मवान् जितक्रोधः द्युतिमान् अनसूयकः. Okay.
So somebody who has
Achha.
all these will definitely be successful.
Yeah,
It's a given.
it was not about whether how much money he was earning or whether what degree, whether he had a Harvard degree or a Stanford degree. That was not the question asked.
This was his mental character.
Not just mental. You have
I mean, his
also where his
character.
physical character is also
Yeah,
mentioned.
yes, yes.
Tejasvi. Okay, so this was the character. Now Narada would have accepted even if he was somebody living in a hut or any place out of poverty. He wanted someone of this character. This was the question, right?
Correct.
So by the modern day standard, nobody would actually fit this. These characters don't become critical. Now, very important point here that brings to a very important point. The thing is, there is a very big difference between goodness and greatness. Okay, take a minute to get that.
Yeah.
What we have replaced, this is what good set of characters will mean. Okay, what we have done is we have substituted goodness with greatness. See, there is no yashas here if you look at this. Right? There is no kirti, yashas, money, dravidam, yantaram. No, nothing like that. Okay. So the goodness is very different from greatness. Now, if you look at Ramayana, Hanuman himself says, after going to Lataa in the Sundarakanda, Ravana is exactly Rama. Ravana is he is as great as his greatness is as much as Rama. He is all. If you look at some of these, he is Viryavan. He is Dharma. He knows Dharma. Then he is Ridavrata. Okay. Then he is
Vidwan.
He has some of these characters. Apart from that, he is also great. He has Shriman. He has Dravina. He has all the things. But then that is where he puts him on the pedestal equal to Rama. But then he immediately tells with a small, with a trina, with just a small speckle of grass, he just pushes him out of that pedestal. Not ego. He says, if only he was dharmagya. If only he was good as well, then he would have been much greater than Rama.
Was he Kritagnya, Ravana?
Huh?
Kritagnya, Ravana was Kritagnya?
No. Kritagya and all did not come. Did not come so much to him as much. Kritagya, he was only till the extent that he had to please Shiva to get all the boons and everything. So that is very to the extent that dharma needed. So he would do all the trikala, nitya karma, everything. He would do everything very, very religiously. He would do it. So if the sun was setting, he would sit and do everything. Yeah, but to the extent that he was getting Swartha was very high there. Okay.
The only thing he had is over Kama.
Yes, Kama. He was not Jitakrodha. He was not Jitakrodha. He was not. He did not have Indriya Nigraha. So many things were wrong. Okay. So we have exceeded the time.
Yes.
So quickly, okay. I think there is not much here. Yansandhi is the only thing which is here. Okay. There is one more shloka that I wanted to conclude with. What I will do, can we take 2 more minutes, 2 to 3 minutes? I'll introduce that shloka, then we can close it for the day. Next week we can continue.
What is this Yan Sandhi? I don't think
we'll do Yan Sandhi. We'll do Yan Sandhi
Okay.
next week. Hold on. Okay. I will just move to this. एतदिच्छाम्यहं श्रोतुं परं कौतूहलं हि मे महर्षे त्वं समर्थोऽसि ज्ञातुम् एवं विदं नरम्. What is this? Any idea what is being conveyed here?
Listening, hearing this, I don't know.
Hear from you.
We are understanding different type of people,
Different type of people.
or different characters of a person. The range of characters they can have.
So the question was, I want to understand who is that person with so many characters, correct? So he concludes that with this question. Etad ichchami aham shrotum param kautubhalam hi me maharshe. Who is maharshe? And
Yes,
tvam?
Valmiki.
Narad Muni.
Narad Muni.
Yeah, Narad Muni.
Maharshe is Sambodhana.
Okay.
Okay,
Valmiki is
Sambodhana.
asking the question.
Maharshe tvam samartaha asi gyatum evam vidam varam naram. I am sure you know this person. Please tell me. I am very excited to know about this. Okay. Astu. We will stop here. We'll continue this shlokas in the next class. Okay. Any questions? Anything? Any feedback? Anything that you want to be done differently?
I would like it if you didn't go so fast.
If I didn't go so fast. Okay.
Yes.
You want to go
Because
a little?
I really enjoy it, but I want to savor it. It's just like it's going. Yeah.
It's going a little fast. Okay, we'll do it slowly then. Okay, but you understood whatever was done.
Yes.
Yes, we are able to, but also
no time to relish it, to savor
Relish
it. It's
it.
just it's
It's
just going.
you're following it. Good.
Yeah.
Okay. Then next week onwards we'll go slowly. But
So we can appreciate a little.
and also the Vyakaranam also we can, it takes time to absorb.
Yeah.
So one request from you, Parvati Mohdaya.
Yeah.
Next week, just go through these slides and come.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that will trigger a lot more questions. And when you go through, because a lot of these concepts are new, I can understand. And we will do it slowly. No worries. We can take 3 shlokas in a day rather than 5. We can do 2 or 2, 3 at best. And we'll see, because we'll cover other things also as we go. Okay.
Maybe especially in the beginning, so that we
at
least for me to get to enjoy the way they're saying it.
Yes.
Then maybe faster.
Yes, because those 4 shlokas I had to be put in a bucket today, so it had to be done. Next week onwards, we'll do 2 at a time. No problem. That's fine.
But maybe everyone is having that book now, Maharya.
I am assuming everybody has the book.
Yes.
Has access to the book at least. If not have the book.
I don't have the book. You can send the PPTs in the group. Shlokas.
We'll do it over time. First 10, 20 shlokas at least let's do in detail.
The shlokas you can send the presentation. I mean that shlokas PDF you can send, no?
I will send this PDF itself. I'll send this fully.
Okay.
The slides I will send it out. Some of you have joined who are not in the Lataa group, I think. So if you're not in the Lataa group, please do me a favor. Please ping me with your email ID and your phone number. I'll add you to the WhatsApp group. Okay. Gautam Rajesh, Mahodaya, who is this?
Actually, this is my grandson's phone. Dr. Jayalakshmi.
Jayalakshmi Mahodaya. Astu Mahodaya.
Is there. So sometimes I will join in this, sometimes I will join in the computer.
No.
The computer, it is there as Jayalakshmi.
Tejal Mahodaya and Goda Srinivasan Mahodaya, all 3 of you are not there.
I am also not there.
Goda. No, who's that? And Tejal Shah.
Tejal Shah and Jayalakshmi, Dr. Jayalakshmi they are my friends.
Okay, fantastic. Good. So please do one thing. Please ping me with your phone number and email IDs. I'll add you to the group. Okay?
Mine is there, Mahodaya. Jayalakshmi is there.
You are there on Lataa, is it?
I don't know. You have to tell me.
No.
No.
Okay.
Okay. Please send me. I'm assuming all of you have my WhatsApp number. Please send it. Okay. Okay. Yes, Jaita Mahodaya, you had a question.
Yes, Mahoday. So, what is the best way to kind of not exactly learn, but get the most from these shlokas. I mean, obviously, I can't learn them, but like any suggestions you can give, like during the week before the next class. I mean, obviously, look through the slides and look at your session. But I was thinking, will it help if I copy the shlokas and try and do like how
Definitely.
you have explained by myself, so then I
Correct.
can remember it better,
Yeah. So,
kind of thing. Actually, yeah, please.
Go on. Tell me.
No, just because my grammar is so weak, my memory is very weak. So I am half the time struggling with the vibhakti though. That An, Eshu, which one is this? Sixth or seventh or which one?
Don't worry. A lot of us
boat.
are in the same boat. We will all learn it slowly. No worries about it.
No, everybody here is a lot more this thing than me in grammar. Definitely, many people are
I am there with
much.
you. Jaita Modi, I am there. Don't worry. I am myself there. Don't worry.
No, you are all gurus to me only. Literally, I am like, I think once of devoting the time. But so you feel that if I look at the video, look at it again, and try writing the shloka down, and do the anvaya like how you have said it in the class, like write the anvaya down separately. That will
That's
help,
the
na,
idea.
to retain.
That is one way of doing it. Another way of doing it is
Mm.
go to this IIT Kanpur site, valmiki.iitk.ac.in. That Gita Super site. IIT Kanpur has this full Valmiki Ramayana in their site.
So that the one you
Kanpur
shared in
or
your
Kharagpur?
link, na, in the PPT you have shared. Yeah, I have got that.
Okay,
Kharagpur or
there.
Kanpur?
Kanpur. Yeah, Kanpur. It's Kanpur. Kharagpur has a different site.
Different.
If you take that, there each shloka is given. You go by the shloka. Just take that shloka, read it, try to do the Anvaya.
It's of the Ramayana only? You are talking
Ramayana is there, Bhagavad Gita is there, Upanishads are there, everything is there in that.
Who in
You're talking
IIT
of
is
that
doing this?
Vijnanam? You're talking of that Vijnanam app?
No, this is not the Vijnanam. No. Vijnanam is different. This is IIT Kanpur, valmiki.iitk.ac.in. Okay. Yes, Subramaniam Mahodaya.
Mahodaya, so are we going to do all these 100 shlokas?
Please, we would like to do all by you. We would like to do all the shlokas by you.
I'm just estimating what will be the time required. So if
time required, yes.
We can take more.
5 shlokas a week, it will take
That's
almost
a lot.
20 weeks.
So, Mahodaya, simple thing. See, first few classes will be very slow. I also agree. Okay. Once we move to a point where everybody is able to sort of do the Padacheda, it becomes easy. Okay. We will see. It's okay. It's not like we need to learn and get a degree out of something. We'll cover the syllabus fully. And if this needs another 2 months to extend to do only this part, we can do that.
Yes. Because I feel that Anvaya is a bit difficult, I find.
Anvaya is okay.
One more suggestion is.
Tell me, Mahodaya.
One more suggestion is, suppose if you can send the PPT couple of days ahead of the class, so we can go through it, and first we will be having an idea of what is going to be the content at the macro level, so that we can follow up fastly. Otherwise, reading on the string and digesting it, understanding it will take time. If we have prior to the class, if we have gone through it, it will be easier.
Definitely, that is the idea. But for the first 20 shlokas, I just want to bring everybody to a point where they are able to comfortable in doing it here. Because if it goes wrong and if there's a misunderstanding that comes at some point, it becomes difficult at that point. Okay, so 2-3 classes we'll do it this way. Post that I will in fact give out the shlokas. Probably it's a good suggestion that even if you can, as Jaita Mahodaya said, if you can yourself try and bring up one shloka. 3 weeks you can take up per week, each one shloka each, and try to do things like this.
But how is this
the framework? That is also a way of learning. We'll try different things, Mahodaya. That's a very good suggestion. We'll try to do that.
How to do this Padacheda, how it is actually done? Any suggestions to do this Padacheda, or you just go?
Padacheda, all you need to do is you need to know the Pada. That is all. So over time we get comfortable.
Practice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because we are not familiar with all.
That's the idea of the class.
We should have the vocabulary and Sandhi rules, and all these things are necessary for Anvaya. But
Yes.
whether it's a chicken
Yes.
versus egg issue, whether you first you learn all the padas and then do.
Correct. That doesn't work. No, you can't. You
No.
can't just say memorize padas and then start
Yes,
reading.
that's right. That's what.
See something
Slowly,
like.
Mahadaya, not urgent, very urgent.
Huh?
We will do slowly only.
Yes.
No,
Yes,
We'll
yes.
do it. Don't worry.
Yeah.
See, for instance, even in Bhagavad Gita, Dharma Kshetre Kurukshetre Samaveta Yuyuttavaha Mamaka Pandavaschaiva Kim Akurvata Sanjaya. It comes as Kim Akurvata Sanjaya. Kim Akurvata. You should be able to find very carefully come up with Kim Akurvata. You know, then Pandavaschaiva. Pandavaha Cha. Right. So that comes with practice. That's all. These things do come with practice. Unless we sort of, as you said, one way is, we write down all the padas, we start by hearting all the padas. By the time we reach the 100th pada, we have forgotten the first pada. So, it becomes a challenge. So we keep doing it, and over time we'll learn it. That is not a problem. Any other suggestion? More than welcome. Please put it
once
down.
we do Padacheda, automatically we will understand the meaning of the sloka.
Yes, intuitively we will all understand what it is. The reason to learn Sanskritam is to get in depth and understand the grammar and everything part of it. If you have to construct a shloka tomorrow, we should all be able to construct a shloka. Okay? Trust me, by the end of the 100th shloka, we'll all be talking in Sanskrit.
Wow.
That will happen. Okay? It will happen.
Recorded, sir.
Yes, it's recorded on YouTube. I'm very much putting it out in public. I have no doubts about it. Because to learn Sanskritam, all that is said is spend 15 days with Ramayana and Sanskritam will come to you.
Wow.
Okay. That is the idea. Astu. Samapayamaha. Okay. Om Swasti Prajabhyah Paripalayantam Nyayena Margena Mahishah Om Brahmanebhyo Shubhamastu Nityam Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavanto Kale Varshit Parjanyah Prithvi Sasyashalini Deshoyam Shobharahita Brahmana Santu Nirbhayah Aputra Putrinas Santu Pautrinah Adanat Sadanat Santu Jivantu Sharadam Shatam Shunvan Ramayanam Bhaktya Sayati Padaneva Sayati Brahmanasthanam Brahmana Pujyate Sada Hari Om. Also, if you have any suggestions, any further suggestions, or any way we can improve or do things, please ping me. That is okay. We will try to take it up. Okay?
Dhanyavada.
Mahoday, one additional thing. I was just, can I just say one thing?
Please.
I was just looking at the